quarterbacks to be quarterbacking.
How did Lamar Jackson go from this?
Lamar Jackson's not ready to play in the NFL as a starting quarterback. He's not as good as RG3. He's not close. He looks nervous.
He's actually not.
He's got to
earn that. Right now, he's
You
not
are not an elite quarterback.
To this.
In fact, it's Lamarvelous to this year's most valuable player.
Lamar Jackson.
Before Lamar Jackson was winning MVPs and setting NFL records, nobody wanted him. Lamar went from a quarterback that nobody wanted to a quarterback that broke the NFL. But how exactly did he break the NFL?
Whether he will ever be a good enough passer to be a winning NFL quarterback, there's a lot of work to do there.
Of course Lamar's not close. I've never thought he was close. That's why I keep calling him a project.
With Lamar Jackson, and even Bill Polian said maybe they ought to think about moving him into wide receiver.
No, not at all. Straight to quarterback. I'm shocked now. Yeah, that's crazy. You know, I thought I did a good job at quarterback. I thought I did. You know, but hey, they say what they want to say. I don't know where it comes from, but you know, I'm here to be a quarterback, not anything else.
Coming into the 2018 draft, 5 quarterbacks were being talked about going first round. Baker Mayfield, Sam Darnold, Lamar Jackson, Josh Allen, and Josh Rosen. But one quarterback was getting most of the media attention, and it usually was negative.
Listen, Lamar Jackson, with the best offensive coach arguably in college football, as a 3-year starter, completed less than 60% of his throws last year. Lamar Jackson's not ready to play in the NFL as a starting quarterback. He's not as good as RG3. He's not close. What I think Lamar Jackson's going to be, which is more of a project than a prospect. He's not Sam Darnold. He's not Josh Rosen. You watched him last night. He's not even close. He's not even close.
31 teams passed on the 2016 Heisman Trophy winner. 31 teams decided it wasn't worth the risk to draft Lamar Jackson. 31 teams thought their quarterback room didn't need Lamar Jackson. And finally, the 32nd team, the Baltimore Ravens, who actually passed on him earlier in the draft, drafted Lamar Jackson.
I'm looking forward to being a Raven.
What are they getting?
Everything out of me. They're going to get a Super Bowl out of me. I need that. I need that.
He's a project. He's not a prospect. He was overdrafted. He was a 2nd or a 3rd round guy that you give 1.5 to 2 years of development, and then I think he can, become something.
We all know he's an elite passer, too. He's actually not an elite passer.
And if you are not an elite passer, you are not an elite quarterback, period.
Young nigga, I got old cash, spazzing on they ass. I got product on my whole ass. Got my lab one man, pop a nigga like a damn tag. Shopping on they ass.
Lamar Jackson has yet to prove that he is an elite passer. But when we say elite quarterback, elite with the quarterback position cannot be attached to one another until you can throw that football accurately.
Talking about my niggas, damn, but y'all tripping too. Is it you? Damn, my nigga, what the hell got into you? Project baby, y'all was skipping in the hallway, I was skipping school. On my P's and Q's, on them chiggers, call me Jigaboo. Bleeding concrete, bet you niggas won't come across the street. Pardon me, I don't talk to you, so don't you talk to me. I ain't dissing on nobody, I'm vibing on the beat. Honestly, I'm just trying to be, I just gotta be trying to get.
Quarterback over the last 3 years in the NFL has gotten better. Lamar really hasn't.
You don't think Lamar Jackson's the most valuable player in the national?
No, I don't.
This is absurd.
What are you talking about? I want my quarterbacks to be quarterbacking.
Go down for me. You lay down and do the time for me. Sorry, boo. Yeah, I lie to you, but don't you lie to me. It's Lil Kodak, the finesse kid. Boy, who hides me? Told the doctor I'm a healthy kid. I smoke broccoli. I will run around your whole boy like Monopoly. Oh boy, you's a broke boy. Flockers got you beat. Chocolate, call me Reese's. Can't catch me without the piece. Say la vie, I'm 10 toes down. You falling off your feet. I wouldn't trip your.
I think the best quarterback in the draft is Lamar Jackson from Louisville. I mean, I know you're looking at me. I didn't think I was going to be saying that 2-3 days ago when I started in on this. I didn't. I started watching. I went and I came away and I said, Lamar Jackson's the best quarterback in this draft.
Holy crap. Lamar Jackson's unlike anything we've ever seen.
Well, certainly Lamar is the leading candidate for MVP right now. And this is the best version of Lamar, and it's because right now there's no weakness in his game.
I'm surprised, and I think you have to be surprised. And I was a believer in Lamar Jackson. Well, by his 2nd year in the league, he's going to be the league MVP.
Not bad for a running back.
I want them honey.
In 2018, no one wanted Lamar Jackson. When Lamar Jackson came into the NFL, the standard NFL quarterback at the time was a pocket passer. Guys like Tom Brady, Drew Brees, Eli Manning, Kirk Cousins, Phillip Rivers, and Matt Ryan were at the top of the league. You also had your mostly pocket passers, but also could use their feet when they needed to, with the likes of Ben Roethlisberger, Andrew Luck, Aaron Rodgers, Russell Wilson, Patrick Mahomes, Deshaun Watson, and Derek Carr. Offenses were still running a lot of under center, play action, NFL offenses. But throughout the last 6 years, we've seen Lamar Jackson come into the league and completely break the NFL. With the older generation getting faded out, with only players like Rodgers, Cousins, Russ, Carr, and Jared playing still, the new generation is flooding in. And that new generation is Lamar Juniors. Guys who can throw, but also can escape the pocket at an elite level. Not as good as Lamar, obviously, but if you can just do half of what Lamar does with both his arm and his legs, it's a good sign. We're seeing more and more players get drafted that can throw, but also can run if needed, not just sit there and be a statue in the pocket. Players like Jaden Daniels, Bo Nix, Caleb Williams, Kyler Murray, Anthony Richardson, Spencer Rattler, and this year's draft class with guys like Cam Ward, Shedeur Sanders, Jalen Milroe, Jackson Dart, Riley Leonard, Dylan Gabriel, Kyle McCord, and it's only the beginning. Within the next 5 years, most, if not all teams in the NFL and players coming out of college will be dual threat quarterbacks. College offenses are even translating to the pros. You're seeing a lot more shotgun, RPOs, and read options from teams with younger quarterbacks. Players like Fran Tarkenton, Steve Young, Cam Newton, John Elway, Russell Wilson, Randall Cunningham, Mike Vick, and others, the torch has finally been passed to Lamar. And it seems like he will be finally the one that makes having a dual threat quarterback mandatory. From a time where NFL teams wouldn't take a chance on Lamar, to now, trying to find the next Lamar Jackson. You don't see Peyton Mannings coming out of the draft anymore. You see Lamar Jacksons.